Hi, welcome to 5 for 5 with Marina and Mandy.
Where we're going to talk about 5 problems in the sports industry in 5 minutes. Let's begin. Our first topic is Lovie Smith. Recently, Lovie Smith, former NFL coach, was hired by the University of Illinois Urbana to replace their former head coach, Bill Cubitt. He'll be the head coach for Fighting Illini for the next 6 years, where he'll be paid close to $21 million for the next 6 years, and that's roughly $4.7 million a year.
Should he be getting paid that much?
Honestly, no, he shouldn't be getting paid that much. That's way too much for a head coach of a football team I'm not even sure if it's in Division 1 or 2 at this point. So he's got players on there. We have 124 players on there. We have a MAP crisis going on right now where players probably do receive that MAP grant. And we are not giving the money to the school, we're giving the money to the head coach. It's unfair, it's unjust. And when you have a crisis going on with financials, you can't be paying your head coach of a football team more than you're paying your students. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely. No.
Now we will be discussing the relationship between a college education and the sporting world.
So should the sports industry require a college education?
Absolutely. I think that it is absolutely necessary and it should be mandatory to at least receive an associate's degree before moving on to the big leagues. 78% of NFL players declare bankruptcy within 2 years of retirement. And in the NBA, 60% of players declare bankruptcy after retirement as well. But old folks aside, let's think about the young athletes, the ones who are 20 and didn't even play a whole season in their sport. They get injured, they break something, they lose grip at the wrong time, and they become seriously injured and put on a shelf at such a young age. What are they to do now? What happens to them?
Nothing happens. We just stop caring at this point. And now over to talk about sports concussions, our analyst Ulises.
Well, hello there. I'll be talking about how the U.S. Soccer Federation in November 2014 banned headers in the U.S. soccer for the youth and under 11 years of age. So, interesting enough, there are more concussions in soccer than there is in basketball, volleyball, baseball, wrestling, and etc. So, this also came through because there was a lawsuit against the U.S. Soccer Federation due to negligence in head injuries.
So how do we regulate this issue? How do we make it safer for our children and parents to be more comfortable with their sons, daughters playing in sports?
Well, I think it was a great step for the U.S. Soccer Federation to try and take this in place, but I mean, headers is a part of soccer, and it's going to be hard for them to, try to fully, stop concussions. Because interesting enough, it's not the actual action of headers, because that's only around 4% of actual concussions, but it's rather kids banging into each other with their heads. So it's going to be hard.
Do we regulate it?
I think it's a good step, but I don't know if it will work.
All right. Thank you, Ulises, for joining us.
Yep.
Our next topic, athletes and celebrity bailouts. In 2014, Greg Hardy was charged with domestic violence abuse charges against his girlfriend, to which ended in a dismissal on an appeal, and now his career is still carrying on.
With athletes rising to fame faster than ever, do you believe that we tend to overlook the law too often?
I absolutely believe we overlook the law too often. He's not the only one that's been charged with domestic violence abuse. He's not even the only one in the sport. He's not the only one in the sports industry at all. We have our most famous one, O.J. Simpson, who was charged with murder on two accounts against his ex-wife and her former lover. This is absolutely a problem in our sports industry. We let them get away with murder, literally. And now we have, Kobe with his rape charges in 2003, to which led to dismissal outside of the court and just a simple "I'm sorry" on TV. So no admission of guilt at all. And then our most recent ones are even more extreme. We got Mayweather with 9 abuse cases against various women. This is
9?
9 abuse cases.
9.
First one, okay. Second one, maybe. Third one, okay. At 9.
9.
In front of his children, where his 9-year-old son had to sign an affidavit saying it happened. That's ridiculous. Our sports industry needs to fix this. We need to have more severe punishments, and he still got to fight in Las Vegas. Unbelievable. And now over to Marina with our last topic, Bryce Harper, confident or cocky?
I definitely think that Bryce Harper has a right to be arrogant, a right to be cocky, but I wouldn't even call it that. I would just call it confidence.
So does arrogance play a role in sports?
It absolutely does, but in Bryce Harper's case, it has a role, rightfully so. He was the 2012 National League Rookie of the Year, the 2015 National League MVP. For 3 seasons, 2012, 2013, 2015, he was the National League All-Star.
Wow.
He also received the Silver Slugger Award in 2015. His batting average is .330, and in a single season, he hit 42 home runs. And he has a 99 RBI.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Wow.
He is clearly one of the best in the leagues, and we put him down for acknowledging it.
And that's
In a society where we are trying to get people, young people, to value themselves and recognize their worth and love themselves, we are putting him down for doing just that.
Unbelievable. And that's 5 problems in sports industry in 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Mandy,
And I'm Marina.
and this was 5 for 5.